Hello everyone, my name is Omega Zero, and today I'm going to make um 1 second. I'm going to make a little guide, or kind of a guide, on how to play PTX and whatnot. No, not really playing PTX, but rather specific stuff that you should be doing with PTX if you want to play him at a competitive level and whatnot. So, first things to notice is that what combos you want to do with PTX and the situations you should be doing them, if that's clear. So the first combo is this one, the chainsaw combo. Like, this is like the basic, right? You do that. Instant low into chainsaw. One thing to notice is that you can do the super, which is the chainsaw super. But this super, it's super punishable on hit, which is terrible. It's a super that is punishable on hit, and you don't want that. So, um, what you want to do in this situation is like if you get that combo and you want to do the super, the chainsaw super, you should not be doing it unless it's going to kill. Okay, like that combo, if it's not going to kill, then don't do it. Simple as that. And it has two versions. This one, which is rather inconsistent, and this one does 23 billion damage. And the other version, which is like the short version, this one, that's gonna do like 21 billion, 22. I missed a few hits. There you go. Normally you want that. And it's gonna do 22 billion, and it's only 1 billion less than the full hit, because the full hit is gonna send them flying, and it's very inconsistent because it may or may not whip. If you're not fast, or if you're too fast, it's going to whip. Like that happens, and in lag, it's absolutely unreliable. Like that, it's really unreliable. You can still do it if you want to be fancy with the confirm, but again, this combo, you should only be doing it because it's going to kill. If it's not going to kill, then don't do it ever. And depending on the positioning, like for example here, it's likely to miss sometimes, not all the times, but you're not always going to get that super clear hit on mid screen. It has to be very fast too in order to get it mid screen, and it's still 20 billion. So, but if you go too far, it's gonna whip like that. So you have to be doing it kind of early, like that. Okay, 19 billion. This is still good damage, but ideally don't do it mid screen unless it's gonna kill again. It's all about if it's going to kill or not, and most people do. Not that one, but um, oh, like that. Most people do that. Like depending on how close to the corner you are, you can get that. Which is again 20 billions. Okay, so that's for that combo. And I think that I was asked by a player which is a really, by the way, it's an upcoming player, which is, in my opinion, is really good because he's consistent with what he wants to do. He wants to play PTX, so yeah, good job, boy. I mean, your PTX is really good. Don't let people sway you from not using him. The other combo is this one. Oops. How are you not doing it? How are you not doing it? There you go. Doing this one is fine. Doing that combo is fine. Like letting it rip, it's fine. Like something fun is gonna happen. Like the question that I was asked is that why does PTX has to like get into a position where he's essentially too close to the character or not, or very far away? And the answer is because of the spacing. Like for example, if you get it like mid-screen, for example. Okay, so here we are mid-screen, and in PTX is there both of the characters are moving. Okay, Ryu is on the right, PTX on the left, and they're both in the middle of the stage at this moment. But when he goes back, I mean, he does the super, he's going to end up at the right, like here. And there he dashes forward, and Ryu is sent flying to the left. PTX goes an entire dash forward while Ryu goes another dash forward back. So it's gonna be 2 dashes here. See? 2 dashes. And when it's in the corner, this doesn't happen because when it's in the corner, that doesn't happen because again, positioning. As you can see, now PTX what the fuck? Oh wait, but so now PTX has been moved to the right, and because he's in the right, he doesn't have any space to go. Okay, he doesn't have any space to go. When Ryu goes back, when Ryu's gonna get sent flying, he's gonna be sent flying to the left. I mean to the right in the super. He's gonna be sent flying to the super. But because there's no space and for Ryu to move, he has to go 2 spaces now. I mean 1 space, because he's going to get sent flying 1 space, because he always gets sent flying 1 space. If there's no space in front of him, he's going to be sent backwards. And if there's no and if PTX is too close to Ryu in that situation, he's going to be sent flying only 1 space from, I mean 2 spaces from him. But Ryu is going to be sent flying 1 space close to PTX. So he is going to be sent flying here. As we know, I mean, we were all the way over here, but PTX was sent flying 2 spaces, 2 dashes away, while Ryu was sent 1 space. Usually, mid-screen, both characters are sent flying 1 space. Ryu is sent flying 1 space to the side opposite to PTX, and PTX is sent 1 space flying opposite to Ryu. So it's always going to be 2 spaces, like mid-screen, because there is a space, like there, 2 spaces. But if it's in the corner, where you don't have any space to move, now here, Now here in this situation, PTX is on the left, and Ryu is on the right. Ryu is gonna be sent flying two spaces to the left. But because PTX doesn't have a place to go because the screen has already ended, it's gonna be sent flying one space be, be against the wall. He's always gonna be sent fly one space. There you go. Take 1, 2. He was then flying 1, like normally this is like the land that it's gonna go. Right? This is the middle ground. 1 PTX, 2 PTXs, 3 PTXs, 4 PTXs. There you go. More like this. And Ryu was then flying 1 space. He should always have this amount of space between the other one. And it only happens midstream when both are sent flying to the opposite directions. There's gonna be 2 spaces now. 1, 2. Can you get the conversion out of this situation? Yes, you can. Because you can do something. You can do this. Now let's see if I can do it. It's a way dash that you need to get in that situation. There you go. That's a way dash. If you can get it consistently, like that, you should be able to get it. Pretty much all the time. Not every time, doesn't really matter. There you go. I keep jumping for some reason. But normally that's what it looks like. You should be dashing at the same frame that you're jumping. That didn't look right. There you go. But again, if you can get that way dash, you should be able to close the gap enough to do this. So, what else? Okay, another thing to keep in mind. It's a let me like this. This thing. You don't want to use the guns. You don't want to use the guns to zone people within your range. You don't want to use them here. You don't want to use them here. You want to use them all the way here. This is where people feel like they have a chance to sound you out, but that's not the thing that you want. You don't really care whether they sound you out or not. You don't care. You shouldn't care. Why would you care about them sounding you out? You shouldn't care about sounding them out. You should care about approaching, because if you're not approaching with PTX, you're losing. So what do you want to do with the guns? You want to cut. You want to cut their paths. You don't need to read their jump intentions. You don't need to jump from their read their jump intentions. You just need to cut a path for them, like there. You can dash. You can just do it and get in. That's what you want. You don't care about those things. You don't want to do that. You just want to get into an angle that like it's doing something to like stop them from jumping. That's all you want. See? That's what you want. And when they're in the corner, you can go with stuff like this. You can go with stuff like this. Or the level 3, I don't care. Let me see. Another thing. Break away. Uh, okay. Fine. Fine. Okay. Okay. What was I doing? Okay. Sorry about that. Mm, one thing to keep in mind is that you should also use the grab because it does that in this situation. Like you do this and they say it is locked. Let's actually gore. There you go. Okay, it wasn't too close. There you go. You can keep the pressure. That situation. You can force people to guess where you need to be. You can force them to do that. Like that. You can jump at them. You can put the path that they're doing. You can bait them, I suppose, into jumping. This doesn't work that badly. Unless you do it very high. Have to be around here. But there you go. That traps them, but you can jump. It's around here. Let me see if I can get it. Nah, I didn't get it. Let's see if I can get it again. Obviously, the point is you can do that. You can also do it like this. It will trap people like that. Like the grab needs to everything. Doesn't matter if they break away or not. If they don't break away, you just get a huge combo. And there's other benefits to it, like obviously getting a huge conversion like this one. Whoops. Again. Like if they start jumping right away. Oops. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Nice. Yeah, I do it from the start, it's easier. Yeah, this is a lot easier. Whoops. Damn it. Now why I'm missing it so much. There you go. That's a conversion. You can go into a super, you can go into another rogue. Oh, from the round start, it doesn't, but still works. Like this. That works, and you get the extension. It's still like 46. 48 billions. That's enough to kill Ryu. But yeah. CPU? No. Stand. There you go. But yeah, usually that's what you want to do with PTX, and again, this stop, this stops a lot of the jumpings, and when they're super jumping, you want to do this. You want to like cut off paths to where they may run away to. You're absolutely not trying to chase them. You're trying to chase where they want to be, and cut a path from there, and then get in with this with attack. And obviously you have stuff like this. Uh, did I showcase it? I think I did. I think I did. Like 30 billions and such. 31 billions. But yeah, you can go into an instant overhead and go into a like do something like this. I did miss it. You can go into overhead, and go into almost instant low. You can go into this, or just go directly into that one. Like it's literally the same. Literally the same thing. Whoops. But this one does a little bit more damage, so it's like whatever. So yeah, I think that's all, I guess, for general tips and whatnot. This works against Saki, this works against Zero, for any real matchup. It's annoying for PTX, but it's literally just be patient and really slowly push. Like if they're zoning you out with assists, like say for example Tekkaman, you don't want to just block. You can just do this, and you're slowly but surely you're gonna get close to them eventually, but you will. And if they super jump, keep in mind your opponent can do can call out an assist if they're super jumping. So keeping in mind space is one of the most important aspects of playing PTX, because depending on when you are in the screen, it's the options that you can take. Like can I take this, for example? Can I take this option? Can I do that option? If the answer is yes, then okay. Is it going to be effective? Is it not going to be effective? It's all about positioning with PTX and not really about the combos. It's about knowing where and how your opponent is going to be able to escape. If you don't necessarily need to read where your opponent is going to escape, but realize where your opponent is going to escape because of the options that you've given him because of the space you're in. Like here, what is the option your opponent can do? Either do a reversal or try to escape on this position. So instead of just doing that, you can always just back off on your own and start bullying them. You can do stuff like this and then just rogue and get close to them suddenly, or grab. You can do stuff like that. I mean, it's not necessarily like obviously as PTX you're chasing them, but that doesn't mean that you need to sum them out. Just again, it's not zooming them out, it's cutting the space where they want to be. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Probably not, because it's a PTX videos and people don't really like the Gigants that much, but it is what it is. Anyway, see ya.